I am here to read you a little story about Santa's workshop and do a little bit of movement with it. The story is about a little boy going to Santa's workshop, and he does a bunch of different movements throughout. So as I read, there's going to be movements throughout. Feel free to pause it at any time so you can do some of the movements. All right. It was Christmas Eve. Most kids were home snuggled in their beds and dreaming of Christmas morning. Eddie was not. He snuck into Santa's workshop to make certain his name was on the nice list and not the naughty list. Eddie dressed up like an elf. He tiptoed on to Santa's workshop. Can you stand up straight and tall, go up on your toes, and slowly tiptoe around Santa's workshop? Tiptoe very quietly. Shh. Once he was in the workshop, he looked up high for Santa's list. Can you jump up and down like Santa? Good job. Go ahead and do that 10 times. Once he was in the workshop, he also looked down low. Can you stand with your feet apart, squat down to the floor, and try to keep your back up? And squat down and look for that list. Do you see that list anywhere in Santa's workshop? Eddie spotted the list up high in the loft of the workshop. How was he going to make it all the way across the workshop and up into the loft without being seen? Eddie stretched his legs to the left and right. He had to make his way across Santa's workshop to get the list. Can you stretch your legs out, side to side? Get them ready to go. Good job. First, he came to the Jack-in-the-Box testing area. He knew how to blend in there. He started doing jumping jacks. So start by standing feet together and arms down at your side. Jump with your feet open and opening up your arms overhead. Then jump your feet closed while bring your arms back to your sides. You should be experts at this. I know you guys do them in gym class. Oh no, he was spotted by an elf. He had to run to get away. So he hid behind a tree. Can you run in place for 10 seconds? Count to 10. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Next, Eddie got to the doll making station. He saw Mrs. Claus. Look at Mrs. Claus. She's doing some squats. Can you move like Mrs. Claus and squat? Suddenly, a crate of candy canes spilled all over the workshop floor. Eddie needed to take a big lunge to avoid crunching on the candy canes. You start up nice and tall and take a big step forward and bend that knee kind of into a lunge position so you don't step on any of the candy canes. We don't want anyone to hear us. Uh-oh, upon his last step, crunch, he stepped on a candy cane. He heard someone coming and he hid under the workbench. Can you lay on your belly like the elf? Hide under that workbench so no one sees you. Eddie held a plank pose as he hid under the workbench. So put your hands and your feet on the floor and hold your body up straight in a plank for as long as you can. Phew, the elves did not see him and he made it across the workshop floor, but in front of him was a tall ladder leading to the loft, but it was guarded by toy soldiers. Can you stand with one foot in front of the other and put your feet facing forward and hands at your side? Put your right arm alongside left leg and left arm alongside right leg. Jump up and switch arms and legs in a scissor fashion. Sometimes these are called scissor jumps. So you want to make sure you're doing opposite arm, opposite leg. And then switch back to the starting position. You can try those a few times. Then Eddie climbed the stairs. Can you stand up on the floor facing a small step or bench? Or you could just pretend you're climbing the stairs and step up and down 5 times. Good job. Try it with both feet. The only thing between Eddie and that magical list was the packing and wrapping station. So look at that present. He's doing push-ups. So we're going to start by lying on your belly with your feet flexed and your toes straight, pushing into the floor. Then place your hands on the floor next to your shoulders with your elbows pointing up. Push your body up by straightening your arms, keeping your body straight. And then slowly lower yourself back to the floor. Just try your best with these. I know they're a little bit harder. He made it. Eddie quickly looked through the list, searched for his name. Surprise! He was on the nice list. He also found a little note from Santa Claus. Dear Eddie, I know that you're a curious boy, but you're not a naughty boy. Be careful to escape the workshop without being seen. Go home and get back to bed. Love, Santa. Eddie looked around and found a tunnel that was used to slide the presents into Santa's giant sleigh. He tucked himself into a ball and slid down, landing on top of all the gifts. Lay on your back with your arms straight and cross your chest. Curl up off the floor and bend your knees and hips so that you're rolling up into a ball, and try to hold it as long as you can so you can slide down that slide. Eddie jumped out of the sleigh. He spotted a herd of reindeer. He mixed right in with them and galloped through the field. He went home and snuck back to bed. Can you gallop like a reindeer? Eddie awoke the next morning to a special gift from Santa, a little snow globe. Merry Christmas. Hope you all enjoyed this. Merry Christmas and happy holidays.